First up, the accessories. We finally got confirmation of the PlayStation earbuds that have been rumored for a bit. Connects to smartphones via Bluetooth, can be used with your PS5 and PC. The case for it actually looks a bit like a PS5.
Yeah.
But then the bigger one, Project Q, the Q Lite that was rumored, has been confirmed. It's coming later this year. This is that handheld streaming device that was rumored not too long ago. That was gonna be like this 8-inch LCD screen. Would have like the DualSense controllers with it. It have all the features as well. Let you stream games to your console through. I mean, to the device through remote play. That's exactly what this is. We didn't get pricing, no specific release date, just that it's coming later this year. Can I say this? My thoughts on it still the same as it was before, except now this thing looks dumb. It looks dumb. Like
It's not the sexiest device out there.
as I saw someone on Twitter do, they took it and then they
They
put the
literally snapped it in half. Yeah, they were
they
like,
no they took it on Twitter. Someone on Twitter had the picture and then put the Ultra Hand goo from Zelda from Tears of the Kingdom
oh yeah.
onto the thingies. I was like, yeah, it just looks dumb. It doesn't look elegantly made, like sleekly designed at all. Like you said, like they just took the dual sense and kind of stuck it onto the side, and like that's it. And like that's not to say that it might not be comfortable. I'm sure it'll be comfortable. The dual sense is a comfortable controller. It's just a dumb looking design for this
It
thing.
is. But is it comfortable? And what is the price? If
And the
this thing is,
battery.
if well, the battery is gonna be like 4 to 5. I heard
Yeah,
that's
I heard
been
rumors about that. But the pricing is important. Like this thing cannot be more than 150.
I
Like
150 was the sweet spot I was thinking of too. If they have the audacity for this thing to be like fucking $300, you are smoking crack cocaine, and it's not happening.
like
Um,
no, 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 no.
200 might be the more realistic because I'm thinking you set the expectation. What does a dual sense cost? 70.
Exactly. And then you think about the screen as well. Like, okay,
I don't think the screen costs 80 to make, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's the line they're trying to sell us. And so it's essentially like, oh, it's like $50 in profit. I could see 200 and I could see some people biting. For me, that's tough. For me, 150 is like, I'll buy that. 200's like, it starts to
right,
make me question anything more than that. And that's the easiest no of all fucking time. Like,
right.
150, it starts to become the almost like an expensive impulse buy, like a
Mm-hmm.
that's yeah, I can find reasons to get that and blah blah blah.
I can make
200's like
reasons to justify this purchase.
200s, you're like really starting to look at anything above 200, just that instinctive survival part of your brain goes, that's stupid. Like, you're like, I
Yeah.
don't need that actually.
For $100 more, I can get a Switch
Yeah, yeah, or as you
or
start
Series
anything over
S.
200 in the Steam Deck enters the conversation.
Exactly. Like for this where it's only streaming, only remote play. Like the best use scenario for this is using it in your home when someone else wants to use the TV or you don't want to get up to go to the living room, you just want to stay in bed. That's the best use scenario for
And
it.
not
Again,
wanting to use your phone
right,
for the
right,
backbone.
right, having like a proper screen, still having the DualSense features. Like there is some use case scenarios for this, yes, but real like you gotta weigh like the pros and cons of this thing. Like for
My pre-
150, you can do it and like not hate yourself. For 200, you might hate yourself a bit, but not too much. Not so much as if you paid more than $200 for this thing.
yeah, my prediction would be 150 would be nice. They don't usually price these kind of things at 175, but that would be like a fair compromise. I feel like
Yeah,
after
yeah.
tax, you're still under 200 and everything. I like maybe you do that, but I would. It feels like they always tend to stick to that halfway point or the full point. So I would guess to hope for either 150 or 175. And man, if they're stupid enough to do anything above that, like this thing is gonna bomb like nobody's business.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's just you just gotta hope for the best. Hope for the
Because
best with
the
this thing.
the backbone is 100. You're setting yourself up as the glorified version of that for like how we kind of covered this when it was rumored, but I was like, who's the market for this? And it really did come down to just like if you don't want your phone or you don't have a nicer phone, but you do have a PlayStation and you're just kind of like, oh well, and I think it's still the same. And me just wanting all the Sony products, like I will buy that if it's reasonable and find a use for it. Like I probably will instead of buying because I want a backbone. But now this, I'll wait for the pricing. If they're like 250, 300, nope, instantly I'll go and I'll buy a
Mhm.
backbone because that's what I'm doing instead. But if it's like 150, it's like I don't have to use my phone. I have to wear the battery down or whatever, and I can just keep this thing charged.
Yeah. Like the only place I would use this outside of my room, because my PS5 is in my room. So like, if I'm in my room, I'm playing my PS5. If I wasn't gonna play in my room, it'd be the kitchen. But my kitchen has like absolutely garbage internet, so it's like there's no
Well,
use case scenario for this in my house at
if
all.
it can connect, if because I know it says it has to be connected via Wi-Fi, understandable. But if you can connect, because like I believe with the backbone, from what I've read, you can connect. You don't have to be attached to the same Wi-Fi network as your PlayStation. So if
Yeah,
that's the case here, you can definitely make an argument. It's like, while it's not a native, you know, like a Switch, but it is, as long as you can hop on when you go to someone else's house. If you're on vacation and the hotel has decent Wi-Fi, being able to hop on your PlayStation and anything that's downloaded there, while it's not a full streaming device, it's not the best of the best. It's, I can play my PS5 games somewhere else. That
yeah,
at least starts to it adds on another use to it. Especially I
yeah.
imagine if you travel a lot, but you do go to places with Wi-Fi.